What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Raw Dog Duck Sauce, and today we're heading to Horizon Worlds, where I'm going to show you 5 simple scripts to help you improve your worlds. Without further ado, let's get into it. What's up? So these are the 5 scripts we're going to be going over today. Falling off, gun, sword, Superman, and teleportation staff. So the first thing I want to show you is what happens when I fall off. Just a simple respawn. And here is how you do that. Why is it facing that way? Okay. When triggered is... Here, let me zoom closer. When triggered is entered by player, respawn players to spawn 1. And as you can see here, I created a variable for that, spawn 1. Then you just take this, drag it over, bam. That's all you have to do. And then you have to link this to your trigger. So the falling off script, all you're going to do is come down here and click on this, bring up your properties panel, and as you can see here, I already have it set up for the script. So that's going to be falling off script, the spawn, and this is the spawn I want. You can see the little string here connected to it. Next thing I want to show you is we're going to skip the gun because it's a little more complex. It's probably the most complex out of all of these. We'll just head right on over to the sword. So as you can see here, here's my sword. When triggered is entered by player, play sound, play visual effects, respawn player. Okay, and then here are my variables. The effects, the sound, and the spawn point. Right? So let me show you what this sword does. So come over here and I'll get the sword. And for the sake of this, I don't have anybody with me, so I'll show you on myself. But as you can see, it kills me and respawns me. Very simple. Okay, so see, this is the sword, and you have the trigger, the effect, and the sword itself. So I just took my trigger, attached everything to my trigger, my sound, my effects, and my spawn point, and then I just put this over the trigger. I'm sorry, over the sword, and then this over that. Very simple. The next thing I want to show you guys is the Superman. And what this is swing around here. So, when object is attached to a player, the player gains speed and gains an ability to jump higher. And then I set it up so down here it says when object is unattached to player. So all I did there was went that way. When I take it off, it resets my speed and my health. So let me show you what that looks like. Alright, so let me show you. So here's my Superman attachable. As you can see, I got a dope cape and stuff. So once I put it on my person, now I obtained a super speed and a super jump, which almost gives you like a flight effect. So there you can see my speed and my jump. I'll take this off. Regular speed, regular jump. And once again, so we'll go over to do the teleporting staff next. Player, and you press button 1, which in this case on your right hand is your A button, on your left hand I believe is X. And then you have your trigger. So pressing this button sends you to this spawn point. Pressing the trigger will send you to this spawn point, and pressing B or Y, depending on if you're right or left-handed, will send you to the third. Right? As long as item is in your hand. So let's go. Here's the staff. Just grab hold of it and trigger. A button. B button. So I now have a teleporting staff that can send me anywhere I want to go. Up to 3 spaces. 3 different places. And that's your teleporting staff. Again, very simple. Last but not least, I want to show you the gun. So here you have your gun. When trigger is pressed while grabbing grabbed by player. Okay, so that's how you want to start it. When index trigger is pressed while grabbed, right? Then you want to launch projectile from gun. So you're gonna need to create a variable. Call it what you want, gun, pistol, whatever. So that's your first variable at the speed. So this determines how fast the projectile launches. So you can do, 10, make it slow, make it fast, it's up to you. And then you want to launch the projectile from the gun as well. So both of these will be gun. And then you want to play some sound effects, some visual effects, and then last but not least, when someone is hit by the object, you want them to respawn. So let's show you what that looks like with the gun. So this is my gun. And if there was someone here, I can't. It doesn't work on myself, but if someone's here, you would be able to see. Very simple. Let me show you what that looks like. So just pull up the properties panel. And once you pull up these properties, once you make this, you can just duplicate, and it will all run off the same script. So I have 4 guns. They all run off of the same script. So here's your gun script. Oops. So your gun script and your attachments. Your spawn point, because when the player dies, we need them to respawn somewhere. Your effects, which would be the smoke you see when I shoot the gun. The sound is the effect of the sound. And the projectile, which is the launch. So, for this, it gets a little complicated because you have to pull up. So when you have the gun, you have these individual pieces of the gun, right? You have the projectile launcher here, which is this arrow, the effect, and the sound. So before you group all of this together... Alright, so see how everything is emptied right now? It's because I unattached everything. So, in order to attach every individual piece, you have to pull up your variable, your tabs, before you can bind everything together. Okay, so here's my effects, my sound, and my launcher. This thing, right? So once I have all of those pulled up, now I can group them together. So just group everything back together, come up to your thing, attach it to your script. In this case, it's the gun script. Here are all your pieces, your FX, your sound, and your launcher. And then come over here and we'll grab the spawn point. And we'll use this as our spawn point for now. And then you drop your spawn point in. But there you go, 5 simple scripts. Now we're on the swing. Whee! Thanks for watching. Be sure to like and follow. Also, head on over to my page. Link for my Twitch and YouTube are in bio.